Hi guys, it's Nigel at Lock and Key and Penn Estate Agents, and I hope you're well today. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and I want to welcome you to my property tour because just in there behind me you can just see this wonderful property. It's a 4-bedroom detached property in a place called Webb's Close, which is just off Union Street, just off the town centre, so it's very close to the amenities, and it's got a lovely pleasant setting that backs onto King George playing fields. It's 4 bedrooms. You can see the parking there with the garage there. There's an extra space there to the right of that blue door as well, which is very handy. So that's 2 vehicular spaces. You go into the hallway. Of course, you've got a downstairs loo, you've got a separate dining room, you've got a kitchen, utility, dual aspect living room, 4 bedrooms upstairs, master bedroom, en suite, and the family bathroom. And then externally, you've got this gorgeous big sun terrace or patio, little steps going into the garden. There's 2 little bits of garden that go with this property at the rear, and then there's that pleasant rear access. Total lifestyle move. This owner's been here since they were built back in 2005, I believe, so about 20 years, so it hasn't been on the market since then. It's a wonderful 4-bedroom detached property, and you know, with my tours I'm going to spin this camera around and then we're going to talk about the amenities, which are right on your doorstep, and then we're going to go into this lovely 4-bedroom detached property in Webb's Close. And there, I just wanted to show you those front elevations, that glorious front with that sun just shining on it there. I mentioned the 2 parking spaces. You've got a garage there and then parking, and just here there's hard standing again, side access again that takes you to the rear, but you can put your car there, you can put your car there. Big tick. And of course you can use the garage if you wanted to. Now, Webb Close, there was only 5 of these that were actually built, and then 1 barn conversion, so there was only 5 of these back at 20 years ago. That's Union Street. That then takes you along King George playing fields towards Lowbourne, Sandridge Road. You can go down Forest Road towards Laycock, which is about 7 or 8 miles north. Fantastic day out if you wanted to go to that National Trust village. The town is just there, so you've got the amenities there. Melksham's got its own train station which runs every other hour to Chippenham, and of course that will then take you to places like Paddington, which takes about an hour and 15 minutes. From here to the M4 is about a 20-minute drive on a good day, and if you want a nice day out to Bath, it's about 14 miles away, 40-minute drive or so, and then you're into the heritage city of Bath. And we all know about Melksham and its amenities. It's got schools, it's got plenty of rare shops. It's a thriving market town. I love our town, love my job, of course, as you know, guys. But you are surrounded by other towns. If you didn't know Melksham, you've got 5, 6, 7 other towns like Bradford and Avon, Trowbridge, Chippenham, Calne, Devizes, Corsham. They're all within, say, a 7-mile radius, so it's a pretty cool town. You do get more bang for your buck here as well. And this is a glorious property. It's actually very keenly priced. It's a lifestyle move for this client. Like I said, this client's been here since these were built back in 2005, I believe. Now we're going to go through that blue door, and then I'm going to, of course, take you inside, and then we're going to have a look at that rear, talk a bit more about that garden, because there's a couple of points I want to raise with you. And I hope you enjoy this tour. So let's start the tour by going through that blue door. And I just wanted to turn your camera around because it is really important, just in case you wanted to know. I've parked my car up there. You walk up there, and I don't know, 2 minutes, and you're literally into the town of Melksham. So it's a quiet little spot, this, but you wouldn't know you're close to the town. So it's quite uniquely positioned, I would say that. Little canopy storm porch. That's that hard standing that I mentioned. There's nothing else there. There's another house down there. Like I said, if I just turn this camera on, you can just see how many were built. Like I said, there was 5 of these in a barn conversion back in the day. Coming in, you know what we're going to do next. I'm just going to show you the hallway. I will turn the camera back on myself just to show you where we came in. The hallway just goes left to right, as you can see, and that's the entrance door. That's the blue door that was outside. And if I open up this door, we start straight away into this tour. Of course, you've got downstairs loo, wash hand basin. There's your extractor fan up there. Some electric units there, and a little double glazed window just bringing in natural light. Bring the camera out, and again there's a useful understairs storage. These stairs just turn to the first floor landing. Of course, in there you've got kitchen, dining room. If I bring the camera back here, we're going to start the tour from here, and of course if I look right, in we pop. Dual aspect living room, double glazed window to that front aspect, bringing in natural light. All those doors, they open up to a lovely patio, stunning patio up there, I must say, as well. Got plenty of room for sofa suites. You can put a TV on the wall, TV in the corner, like this client has done. Decent size, this as well. I think this was built by Princeton Homes back in the day. I don't think they're no longer with us. I just think they gave up building, but I think those were the builders back in 2005, just from memory. Let's walk further up here. I'm going to pop this camera out because you're going to be really interested in this garden. We'll talk about it again. But this is the patio, then you've got a garden here. There's a fence there, a gate, and then another garden there that she just lets, you know, overgrow a little bit. There's all this nature, and then in behind here, there's the King George playing fields as well. So it's actually a very pretty aspect. It's not ever going to be developed on. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And we'll talk about that garden a bit further into the tour when we go out there. Back into the living room, you can just see it's a very spacious room. Dual aspect, as I said, front to back. Plenty of room for your sofa suites and table and chairs and whatever. You've got gas heating here, double glazed as you'd expect. Radiator over there as well. Come back through. Last little look in here. Just a great room. The radiator there, so it's double radiated in the room. Let's turn left, understairs storage. Kitchen and dining. Now you could knock this through. You can make a kitchen dining room, entirely up to you. This is the dining room. Obviously you've got a little chest of drawer here, double glazed window to the front, radiator, table and chairs. You could even use this as an occasional bedroom. I've seen this being used before. But if you wanted to open it up, bang bang, stud walling. I've done plenty of tours there to show people what to do. And if you wanted to open it up, there's your kitchen. Of course you have base units, eye level cupboards. Plumbing for, you got a dishwasher, cooker there, little table there, breakfast table, high level cupboards there, nice window overlooking that rear 1.5 bowl sink. It goes on, and that is such a spectacular little aspect, especially when it's a modern development back in 2000, like I say, 2005. Just a lot of space outside, little utility room. You can see where the boiler is, tick, plumbing for washing machine, space for white goods, radiator, door, and again I keep popping that camera out there. Look at that patio, beautiful. And then that garden, 1 and 2 little areas there. Neighbours pulled down their little fencing, but they've kept theirs up because that was how they were built back in the day. Bring that camera back out, back into the kitchen, knock it through if you want, or if you want a conventional dining room, playroom, whatever you want to call it, there it is. All there for you. Window to the front, just bringing in natural light, and then back through there. And that, guy, boys and girls, just completes it downstairs. I will just walk through just quickly. Those stairs go back up to that first floor landing. Remember, there's an understairs storage cupboard, radiator, loo in there, door coming through, and then this lovely dual aspect living room. So tell you what, let's get upstairs, have a look at those 4 bedrooms, ensuite and bathroom. And as promised, just coming from the hallway. Now the stairs turn, so we're going to pop our heads up there. There's quite a high ceiling there as well. There's a bit of space up here. There's an airing cupboard, radiator there. I'm not going to open up the airing cupboard. We all know what airing cupboards are. Access to loft space just over there. And then there's some bedrooms. There's a bathroom in here, bedroom and bedroom in there. If I turn the camera around this side, we'll start the tour here. So this is one of the smaller bedrooms. Again, you can use this as an office. This lady does. There's a little bit of an extra built-in wardrobe there, so it does give you some more space. Let's show you that front aspect where I was standing outside. It's really quiet. Those other houses up on Union Street are just set back. They've got big gardens, but you're so close to the town. It's pretty impressive that you can just come down here and you're away from it all, but you're close enough as well. And I think that might be suitable for people, maybe with an elderly parent. Maybe that will work with that downstairs dining room as well, and the close to the amenities, I'm thinking, or just someone who wants to be close to the amenities and you're downsizing. Certainly if you're upsizing, it can work, you know, and you want a 4-bed and you like the convenience. Now this is another double bedroom. This one is a single. We're not naming them, numbering them. That's the first one. Second one, double bed, freestanding either side. Again, here you've got built-in wardrobes. It creates more space, that. And if I pop the camera out here, radiator underneath, you can start to see the elevated now aspect of this, which is really impressive. Now I want to talk to you about the garden while I'm here, because I want to show it off out there. There's a brook that runs along here, and I think twice over the last 20 years, that's twice, that's flooded into the garden. It didn't last more than a couple of days apparently, but you do get some flooding from that brook when it breaks. Now in other times of the years it will just come into that part of the garden, but I just want to offer that for full transparency. So if you don't like it, don't come and view. But we're being really open and honest about it, that sometimes that brook does flood and it does come into this garden. It never stays long enough, and in winter it always rains anyway. but it has come into this garden and then it's disappeared after 2 or 3 days. But that's just for full transparency. On any other time, it's fine, but you will get a little bit, especially from that brook. And then in behind there, that's the King George playing fields. So a couple of gardens there. That one's just gated in there. That's just left to sit in there, so you can use it. It is within the title, these 2 gardens, areas I should say anyway. And that's the main garden that goes with it. But what a lovely aspect as well. It's always handy also to be open and transparent, because, you know, most of Melksham was actually built on a floodplain anyway. But you have to be a bit honest, I think, in this job. And then everybody knows what they're buying into. I think this is a wonderful property. People are going to buy it anyway, but they'll just thank us for the openness and the transparency. She gets a normal insurance as well on the property. There's nothing, and she insures it for any flood risks than what you would do naturally. Now that was the garden bit put out of the way. Going back to this bedroom, so it's a second bedroom that we're seeing at the moment, double bed as you can see, and coming back in through here, there's your wardrobes as well, so you've got a bit of space. Come back down through the landing area, you can see those stairs are turning, access to loft space up there, and then there's a little ladder style radiator in there. Bathroom, of course you've got panel bath, tile boarding there, a little WC wash hand basin, little shelf there, an obscure double glazed window to that front aspect. Extractor fan, bathroom. Third bedroom that we can see, again you can put a double bed in here, little standing there, another cupboard. So they've all got, 3 of these have got cupboards, and I know the 4th has also got a cupboard, the main one. Pop the camera back through there. It just gives you another angle of that front aspect again. It's a lovely position, this property. It does tick a lot of boxes for people. It's just got a lot going for it. It's even though it's a modern home, it's 21 years old or whatever, it's pretty modern as well. This is the main bedroom, and again a bigger bed, freestanding either side, areas for your chest of drawers. There's going to be a little ensuite in there that I'll show you in a minute, but in there there's even power in there. You can see the lights on in there. These are also built in, which is pretty cool. Go through here and there's your ensuite, shower, loo, wash hand basin, some tiling there, etc, etc. Ladder style radiator. There's your obscure double glazed window bringing in natural light. And I like to show off this aspect at the rear, because who wouldn't? There's the rear again. Stunning little aspect that. Glorious day from May. We've had some great weather. Absolutely perfect. Let me take you outside now and have a look at that garden. We'll talk about that side access in the garage. Now we're going to just pop outside and look at the rear. I want to just show off this patio. It's a beautiful patio that's been built here, and it's been raised as well. It's a stunning, as you can appreciate that. You don't get this usually in a modern home at this price. It's obviously elevated this property as well. So I mentioned just briefly again about the flooding. There's a brook. It has come into here. It's dissipated after 2 or 3 days. I think she said it's about twice in 20 years. There are other moments where throughout the years that it will come into this part of the garden, but it's a film, I don't know how big, and then it goes away and it disappears again. But you're so elevated up here, it doesn't come up here and into the house at all. Love this patio, love this aspect, and I think it's also one of the reasons why someone's going to buy this, is just because of the position of it, more than anything. I just wanted to show you this whole patio area and then go back out into this garden area. It's fenced off here, so you've got this garden, you've got a gate, you can sit in there as well. The neighbouring properties have taken this fence down, these guys haven't, but obviously all this is within the title, and I think there is an access there for highways or something in case there was any issues with drains over the years, I believe. Hopefully I've given you enough information about this property, but any more questions you might have, obviously I'm always happy to answer them for you. I just want to show off that patio again. I love the job that they've done with this. Obviously the garage is full. You've got storage into the eaves as well, which is pretty useful. Let's come down these steps, and then you can get a better idea now of just this aspect and how elevated that property is. It's a beautiful garden, it's a beautiful day, so I'm lucky today. Let's turn this camera around, and there we go. We're stepping back, and you can see the size of this property now. This isn't the only garden, because in here there's another part. Look at those chairs in there. I'll open that up in a minute. I just wanted to show off this rear, and remember the water surface that came here, it's never gone up here or anything. It's obviously been in this part on a couple of occasions over 20 years, but the rest of it has been further down there in case it does break its bank, that brook there. What a wonderful rear aspect and elevation. Beautiful. And of course, if I open this up now, there's only a little gate in here. Let me wander in here. I'll get a bit of a garden. How cool is that? And just sit here and it feels like you're by nature. And I go back and I go back. What a wonderful aspect that is of the rear property. It's a wonderful 4-bedroom detached property this close to town. I'm going to quickly summarise this for you. Yes, so Webb Close, built in 2005. You're going to have an idea what you want to buy. If you're a young family couple, you want a bit of space, or you're downsizing or upsizing, you're going to have things on your list. I think the advantage with this, obviously the size of the garden for one, at the rear here, and it's lovely, it's the fact that you have at least two spaces. So of course that's important with modern developments, because you don't always get that. It is tucked away, but you're close to the town. So again, if you want the facilities on your doorstep, this is another big tick. It's obviously a family home, so I think anybody living here is going to be happy. And it just ticks all the boxes, just has a few extras in it, which I think is important. So look guys, it's a 4-bedroom detached in Webb Close, just off the town centre. Any questions, you know it's Nigel at Lock and Key Independent Estate Agents. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. I think we've been candid and honest about everything that we can. It's a brilliant prospect, this one. Any questions, give me a nudge on 01225 707 342. Hope you're enjoying the weather. I'm absolutely baking, so I can't wait to get back in the shade for a bit and get a drink of water. But I've got a few more to do today, so you will hear a bit about me. But I love Webb Close. I think it's a great spot. They don't come up on the market that often either. And as you can see, this is the first time in 20 years this one has. Any questions? 707 342. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, guys.